Get ready to receive the knowledge. We know before you ask, because we are the real psychics of YouTube. Who are the real psychics of YouTube? What's the matter? Don't know because you're not psychic? That's okay. The real psychics of YouTube are psychic enough for all of you. This is where we answer questions before you even know what they are, and the answers will blow your mind. Get ready for another episode of The Real Psychics of YouTube. Hello, 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 my lovelies. Thank you for joining me for another episode of The Real Psychics of YouTube. And I know how much all of you are looking forward to this because we haven't been on for over 2 months. So welcome back. We'll get you all caught up. We'll meet all your psychic needs. And to do that, I'm going to bring on a couple of my friends. So first up, I'm going to bring on Val. Hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm extremely well, and thank you for having me on. I have missed this show, and I am very, very, very grateful that you are putting it on again today for everyone. So thank you.
You're welcome. And I heard that you have been traveling.
I have. I did meet the king. I went over to the UK, and we did have a short, brief high tea together. And you know, he had to fly back from Australia for it. But
oh yeah, I know. I saw that he had gone down there.
And I appreciated that, but he wanted to be there for me when I came over. But it was lovely. It was lovely.
Oh, that's great.
Lovely adventure.
And how is Camilla?
Camilla is quite plucky.
Yeah, I know. She's I don't even think she went to Australia with him.
Actually, she did journey there with him, as far as I know. But she is a bit testy as of late.
Because my stepson is quite close with William, and he happened to be in Australia at the same time. So he was going to say hello, but not with the Rottweiler there. No, you couldn't.
Oh yes, I understand that all too well. And she is very territorial. You didn't hear it from me.
No.
But she likes to put her 2 cents worth in and be in control.
You mean she likes to pretend she's the queen?
Correct.
She actually is the queen, but it's
queen consort.
Consort, right? And she gets all confused all the time. All right. Well, we should get Gerald on here before he feels put out that we're not bringing him on. So let's do Gerald. Gerald. We all love Gerald, and here he comes. Hello, hello. How are you?
I am well. I have been rather busy. I am trying to be an entrepreneur, you know, and I have to get minions to do what I want them to do.
Isn't that annoying?
Well, and do either of you know how to, words are so challenging. I'm trying to find out if there's like jewelry that they can wear that will just transmit what it is that I want. I haven't been able to locate it.
I don't know. Quartz crystals might do it, but they might think that they're cubic zirconia and like dismiss the gift. So it would be hard to get them to wear it.
Yes, it's so true. It's so true. But I am excited to be back. I have certainly missed you. And sometimes I don't know about you, but are we all getting together occasionally whilst we're sleeping and having a big discussion about important things? Like,
I think
so.
we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think we're doing a lot of work in the astral, and that's why this show is so successful.
yes,
So, yeah, I'm sure we are.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
listener, we are going to be doing some readings for all of you because we already know what you need to know. We'll each do a general reading, and then by popular demand, we will answer questions in the chat. All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
who wants to go first? Who wants to start out with their general reading?
I will. I can go first. This is all about the Merkaba, the light body, your vehicle that you are going to interdimensionally travel in, that you are going to go through different parallel timelines. I can't even tell you how much you'll be in this Merkaba, this body of light that you are building right now. And it is also about heart coherence, and that is heart and mind coherence. This is a very important aspect needed for that light body. That is to be in alignment where your thoughts and your heart are together, aligned with light. Now, you carry a lot of high priestess energies in this vibrational time. All of us do. And this is something that going into the inner temple of your being will ignite inside of you quite easily in this higher vibrational energy. There is a deep blue dragon that is clearing your pathway right now. And you're going to need to trust that you're protected and walking the right path. Go ahead and get lost in your imagination, that feeling, that realm of play, because that is going to bring you to the right space and have that fierce compassion. You are going to have so much expansion and opening up to all of your gifts during this time that you are going to wonder where it all came from. It didn't come from anywhere. It's inside of you. All you did is flip the switch, per se, of your consciousness to say, oh, I'm already all this. Boom. It is as it should be. You're this divine being. So that is the energy right now. And that is the general reading for you.
That was magnificent, Val. Thank you so much for starting us out.
Mhm.
Gerald, would you care to continue on?
I would love to follow that because the amazing Val, her reading sets this up for me because part of what's happening, many people they're losing some sense of discernment because there's so many things that are getting their attention. Then because all of this energy is coming through, it can be a little bit discombobulating. And it's like, wait a minute, where do I focus? What do I do? What is an aspect is as you are thinking of all of these things, it's important to pay attention to how you feel when you recognize these things. Because with that is because that feeling is going to help you understand what to do with that, because there's some hesitance going on, because it's there's some obstacles that you think are going to be coming up, but they're not, because if they come up, it's you that's putting them in your way. So as you are noticing what you're remembering, pay very close attention to how you're feeling, because one of the cards that I got is and this is a powerful card. It's the Queen of Wands. All of us have the ability to direct our energy and to be extremely powerful, because we need to lean into that, because on the other side of this is a whole lot of manifestation in the physical world. Because I got the Ace of Pentacles, always a good start when you're starting something. Also, you have to keep showing up and you have to keep working at it. It's not just going to be a one and done thing. Keep showing up. So it goes back to that idea of what Val is saying. Where is it coming from? It's already in you. And then it's important to share that with the world in the way that's most comfortable for you.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. So, I'm using some new decks tonight, and I can see that they're not going to really change my reading very much, but they do go along with what I think. So, for my reading, I just want to encourage everyone to know that they are a seeker, that they are seeking, they are looking for new experiences, new friends, and in those experiences, new ways to expand your awareness, that you are all dreamers, that you are all paying attention to what your dreams are trying to tell you. That's very, very important. And that you are all communicators, that you are always remembering that while your words are very powerful, they can also have multiple meanings. So you want to think about the words that you hear from other people and also what you are saying to other people, and remembering that they can have different meanings. Now, a couple of other oracle cards that I pulled. This one I really, really like. This is going to be really hard to see on camera, but the name of it is After the Rain. And I think I have to switch my lights. I think my lights are weird. But anyway, After the Rain. And it's a very pretty picture. And what this card is indicating is that in your expanded awareness, right? At times you will have moments where it feels like that moment when the rain has stopped. The ions in the air have changed. There's a feeling almost of relief. Something, have you ever, when it's very muggy out and then all of a sudden you get a rain, that release of the mugginess, all of a sudden you feel like a little bit like you can breathe again. You can walk again. You are free. It's like it impels you forward, like there's a string attached to your chest just pulling you forward where you were not able to go forward before. So that release after the rain, I think, is really subtle, gentle, yet very, very powerful if you can embrace it. And the other oracle card that I got for you is Sky Expansion.
Ooh.
And with this card, what we are saying is be aware that every moment of your life, you can expand into other realms and dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
You can, what's the word? You can project yourself into different realms and dimensions. And why would you do that? Because your consciousness is expanding. You are expanding. And if you're only dealing with what's here on the earthly plane, you're then controlled by earthly laws. Gravity is the big one, just gravity holding you down. But there's also the societal laws that you're really controlled by. When you expand yourself into other realms, what laws are there? Well, that's why you're going to go and find out. There are laws in the other realms, but you will find them out for yourself when you're ready for them as you expand into other realms. So going back to Val's reading, these are supposed to be readings that are for, each one of us for a certain group, but I think our readings tonight are for the great collective. It's for the everybody watching. She started off talking about the Merkaba. The Merkaba is one of the first really geometric shapes that you will encounter when you start expanding and moving into enlightenment. So kind of a heavy topic in a way, but I guess everybody who's here really needs to hear this. So really kind of exciting, guys. Really exciting. So that's what I have to say.
That's great.
Sounds great.
Perfect. Yeah, all you guys' readings were they all gave me chills. So, okay. So we have a few questions starred, and there's just 3 of us tonight. So I think that we will each take a question apiece and just go round robin and try to get through these readings. And yeah, so
sounds perfect.
So what do we have here? Oh, you've been starring too. Good. Oh.
And I already know everybody has liked the video, but just make sure that you've liked it here in the physical plane.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Hey,
very good. Very good.
Hit the like button.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. That would be great.
Yeah, that's great. And I just want to put this up because this is really a nice kudo for you, Val. I just want to share positive, wonderful feelings today, Val. I'm in absolute heaven in my house that you and Arthur saw me moving into. How wonderful. How wonderful.
Thank you.
That is really great.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we go up to the starred questions and just start taking them one by one?
Go for it.
Okay. So let's see. I think I'll switch back to tarot cards for this, and I'll take the first one. I'll take what is that? Wait, not butterflies are free.
It was Teacher Barbara, but
okay, but she just wanted general.
Yep.
Okay.
But actually, Teacher Barbara put something specific in.
Oh, she did?
Yes, down farther.
Okay.
You want me to put it up?
No, yes, but I see it. Okay, thank you. Inspiration. I'm feeling lonely. I miss having something to be excited about. Okay. Okay. This is where we need music.
Yeah. Do. No.
Yeah. Well, we actually do have music. I mean, there is that little music that we can put on from StreamYard, but
here, how about that?
that's all that's between the ears.
That's it. I don't think that no matter how much whatever he took, I don't think little Charlie could do anything. So I mean, I don't think the little Winky is gonna
There's not
cooperate
enough
with
Viagra
anybody.
in the world to make that
Not
happen.
enough.
But
Not
on
enough.
the other hand, there's not enough Adderall to make him a genius. So,
Correct.
you know.
Correct. Yes.
All right.
True words.
Thank you, Judith. That was a fun thing to twist our brains on. But what's the next question?
The next question is Kathy Goodwin. I've sprained my foot. In addition, I'm still healing from a hip replacement. Will I have to use walking sticks from now on?
Oh goodness.
So who's doing that one?
I can do it. It's entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Val knew I was going to do this one.
Please.
She's a real psychic of YouTube.
And you're not a doctor. We know that. So
I am not a doctor.
I rearranged all my cards and now I can't find any of them. I can only find these new ones. I can't find my rig. Oh, wait, is that it? I found it. Okay. I know you were all very worried about me.
I was, but that's beside the point. I mean, so, okay. So, Kathy, you're still healing. Congratulations. I'm glad you're healing. I have heard, again, for entertainment purposes only, it takes like a year to 18 months to really fully recover. And, your question is, will I have to use walking sticks from now on? Well, here you go. Yes, you're going to have to use walking sticks because I have the 3 of Wands. So what's interesting about this is you are going to need them for a while, but it's not for all time. It's until you are healing. It is something that it's going to support you so your body can do what it needs to do without having extra stress. And then Val, I got the Merkaba.
Wow.
Please see Val's information in the beginning. And this is a sacred, I want to say structure, but remember, they're putting something into your body that wasn't initially there. And so it's getting better. You're getting better. You do, keep doing all of the things that you're supposed to be doing. And then it's really important for you to really have a change or adjust the way you're thinking about all of this. Is this a new opportunity for you? Well, no, it isn't. This is a new opportunity for you. Adjust the way you're thinking about it. Practice that abundance, what you can do. Celebrate that, because I have the Ace of Cups for you. Kathy, the Ace of Cups is a great card, suggesting a new way of feeling. There's a whole lot of power in that. There's also a suggestion of you paying very close attention to making sure that you are following everything you're told, because the cups for me are very healing, and there's a lot of energy around that. And so I would encourage you to, when you're struggling with things, figure out where's the resistance? Why are you wanting to do this? You are having to rely on people. You're slower than you were because you're healing. You're going through. Some people talk about an upgrade. You could talk about your hip replacement as you have your bionic hip. So something like that. So, Kathy, I hope you continue healing. So there's that. So that's what I have for you.
Okay.
So
Val, would you mind if I took this next one and you took Judith Juliet's or Julie?
Sure.
Thank you.
You
I
can
don't
do
think
it.
I'll be
Yep.
able to answer Judith's question. So,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure you will. Okay.
Okay, but I did have an answer.
Oh, go ahead
I
for
did.
all eyes
I
NNC.
just wanted to say, yeah, because I asked the Akashic Record Masters, and I just want to say this real quick. It's a situation where you were in something like the Holocaust, and you're laying there thinking you're going to get discovered. And this is like, it can be back to when Jews were persecuted 2,000 years ago, or however. It doesn't have to be in the 40s, but it can be from eons of time where you were afraid. You were very afraid. They show me that as a template lifetime.
Is this for all eyes in New York, North Carolina?
I had a whole reading on it, but that's all. Knowing that should help you. And I'm going to let Colleen read on it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had the whole thing already done.
No. That's all right. Go for it.
All right. Some of your knowing, some of your clair cognizance is bumping into your time of sleep, and you're concerned about impending almost doom scenarios. So these scenarios are giving you panic, and that's what you're waking up from. You're almost you're in a state when you're sleeping where you're traveling, astral traveling, doing a lot of work, trying to help people, doing lots of different things. And part of what you are understanding in that state is some of the very difficult things that people have been going through and may yet go through. Things like people who are suffering from the hurricanes, people who have been through other natural disasters. And so you're picking up on this and it's causing you to panic. So, what I would suggest is that you do need to manage your sleep time so that you can get good sleep. You can still go out and do work in the astral, but you don't want to bring back with you this panicky feeling which is waking you up. So I would suggest an intentional meditation. Doesn't have to be long. It could be about 10 minutes where you're just telling yourself and your higher self, I need to be allowed to have a quiet and peaceful sleep in addition to the work that I'm going to be doing. Let those two things be separate. Let my sleep be for my body, and let all these other things that I'm doing be for the work that I have to do when I'm in astral. And understand that you don't have to take on the emotions and the feelings of the people that you're helping. It's separate. You have to learn to distance yourself from that. And that's both waking and in sleep and in astral. So I think you also need to work on um, it's kind of a Zen philosophy that would really help you. So you might want to look into just a primer on Zen philosophy, because when you can distance yourself from the person that you're trying to help, you're actually more effective than if you're being ultra compassionate and taking on their pain. That doesn't help the two of you. Now, if you're a person who can transmute that pain, that's a whole other skill set. But I think at what you're doing right now, you're taking on some of their pain and their confusion and their worry. and you're taking it in, and it's causing you to panic. Along with what Val was saying, it's understandable that you would have an underlying subconscious mindset that allows for that to be taken on. But it's in this lifetime that you need to really steel yourself, use tremendous discipline, and that's going to require you to do this very intentional meditation where you allow yourself, okay, I need sleep here, and then I can do work here. And then from there, you'll go on to other things. And I would also suggest that you study with somebody who can really help you understand how to get that spiritual distance, that Zen detachment. It's detachment is what you're aiming for. And it may take you studying with somebody who's very good at teaching detachment to really get it. And that would just be a part of a whole spiritual curriculum that you would be looking into. So that's just one little thing, but for you, it's a huge thing. And you've got pieces of everything building up to where you're ready to do that detachment. So you need someone to help you pull all the threads together so that you can understand how to practice detachment in order to be compassionate. That's it.
Okay, great
That's
reading.
great. Okay. And Judith is for Val.
Yeah, Judith. Okay. This child that is coming in is really coming in with all the gifts open and functioning. They are bringing miraculous energy with them. And this isn't just, this is what we call miraculous, but miraculous will be the everyday. As this child grows up, it is going to be the normal, what we call the miraculous in our generation. His third eye chakra is wide open, coming in totally connected. Really, it's about going on an adventure. He said to why am I saying he? I don't know. But I'm going to say they're going on an adventure that they are so excited about. And there is a huge amount of group consciousness. They are connected to everything, and they're not going to have to go, oh, I'm all alone. Who am I? Blah, 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 blah. How do I fit in this? No, they're going to feel the connection when they're born. They're going to connect with everything. They're going to feel it. They never lost the connection. Not that we really did, but from our perspective, we think we did. This child will not. This child will be in that knowingness. This child will help others work through their shadow because this child is enlightened. So this is really about celebrating this child's life and making sure that you allow them to experience life in a fun way, so that it's play and it's fun and it's exciting, because everything this child does in play is something that's going to help them in manifesting everything in their life. Don't stifle that adventurous energy that this child is bringing in. This is a big theme over and over in this reading. This child has the spark of the divine. No, this child is fully embodying the divine. So allow this child to be its beautiful, energetic self without stifling that. And know that they come from a long line of the order of Melchizedek, bringing in, there's a mission. They have infinite potential. They come in with full manifestation of anything. So congratulations, and yeah, get ready for it. It's going to be fun. But this child is going to be victorious in everything they do. Just know that. This child is already on its way. Its life's path is huge. So, yeah.
And
So
Judith, when the
congratulations.
child is able to walk and talk, can we have them on the show?
I mean,
Awesome.
exactly.
I also think it's
Email
fun
me.
to ask a young child when they start getting verbal
Yeah.
to ask them what they remember
Yes.
and what things they brought with them. I love that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. So I think I'm also doing the next one, and then we'll be back in our regular rotation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to guess. Do I say Sukilal? Is that how you say that? Anyway.
Sure.
However, yeah, we'll just say that. So now, will my finances improve? Well, yes, but you've got some other things happening before you can understand how they will improve. So, if you missed our show last night, the Cool Crone Oracle, it was all about releasing oneself from poverty thinking. This would be an excellent show for you to watch, Suki Lal. There's a lot of concepts that we put out that and a lot of readings that will apply for you. For people to understand that a lot of the attitudes that we have about money come not from within ourselves and our life experience, but more from maybe parents and family, even society, even your town, your work. So there's a lot of things that we adhere to, thinking that they are our values when they're not. They're just judgments on ourselves that hold us back because we are living in a life where ego rules, and ego can sometimes not be very nice to us. Sometimes it's great and sometimes it's just not. But so yeah, you're gonna get there. You get the Eight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Hanged Man. So I'm thinking that you're going to have a good relationship with somebody either that you work with or who does work that's very similar to you. And so you and this person are going to feel like you're on the same path. And while you're on that same path, that's where the Hanged Man comes in. You're just going to want to hang out there on that path for a while because it's going to feel really, really good. But in general, you are the judge. You're relentless in your pursuit of honesty and justice. You are also a fighter. You are fighting your resistance to accepting the dualities of life. And we are in a dualistic life here on this planet. It's why we come here. It isn't a bad thing, it isn't a punishment. It's what we signed up for and what we needed karmically, really, to evolve, to take ourselves into the next level. But in the end, I love this final card, Sukilal. You are the benefactor. You are enjoying your life and you're taking steps to begin your next tomorrow. So if you're the benefactor, then I'm thinking that you're very, very secure in your finances and you feel very confident about your finances and security in general. So will your finances finally improve? Yes. And a lot of it has to do with you having a relationship with this person, which helps you to change your attitude about your finances and your own self worth. And please watch that video, but you will move beyond the beliefs and paradigms that you live within today. And that's when you'll believe that your finances have improved.
Wow.
That's nice.
That's great.
Wow.
Great. Good.
So I'm up for Butterflies Are Free.
Okay.
So, for me, I can't seem to get my mojo back after a week's long illness.
Oh.
To top that off, a fight with my daughter. Anything good you see? Anything good you see? Hit me with it. Well, in starting this idea of is you've been sick, and part of being sick is giving your body enough time to heal. When you think you are finished, your body's like going, nope, still not quite done. So what's the center of this reading is the idea of self-compassion. Butterflies are free. be nicer to yourself. Okay? I mean, I'm saying that with as, a whole lot of love, because I've never been hard on myself at all. Waiting for the lightning to strike. But be nicer to yourself. So you're still recovering. You had a fight with your daughter. Rest, fully recover. What I think is an important aspect for you is what's good and what's coming your way. I have the card of the Three of Cups, which is about camaraderie. It's about sharing space with people who get you, who celebrate you. These are people who, are going to cheer you on. And it's one of those things that part of what is happening is these people can also support you by slowing you down. So when you're going to do something impulsive, like try to run a marathon, you're not going to do that. They're going to go, all right, think about that. So, but it feels very much like there is movement for you. But again, be nicer to yourself. Slow down, because if you've been sick, you will get better from it. But the key thing is actually telling yourself that you should be done and you shouldn't have had an argument with your daughter actually slows it down.
Mm-hmm.
It puts the attention on being sick instead of being well. So that's what I have for you. Butterflies are free. So
I love that.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. So T. Lynn.
This is a big one.
T. Lynn. Yeah. So here's the thing, T. Lynn. I did the reading, and first I have to say the grand school of Earth is about the dialectic, the yin and yang, the this and that. And not to make this about a man and a woman, but the divine feminine and divine masculine within all of us, because we're just further dividing if we see it that way. So it is for us to learn by the way the pendulum swings. So we've had matriarchal societies. We've gone through those cycles. We're at the patriarchal society. It's to heal the divine feminine and masculine within each one of us as we come in, sometimes as a man, sometimes we come in the incarnation as a woman. These are all seeing the aspects, all living through the understandings of what the whole spiritual being is. The perception of that really is to carry that contrast and understand it as a divine being, because we're pure bliss when we're out of this body. So accept what is inside. You don't have to do anything alone. The wounding of the divine feminine within everyone, man, woman, child, is the place that has to be healed. But it really is a misnomer. You aren't your story. You aren't your story. It's just a play. And you're really this divine being, the spark of God already. But you're viewing that story thinking, oh, that's me. I went through that. I felt it. Well, no, you just absorbed the understanding of it throughout all those lifetimes as a man, a woman, whatever. It's all about higher heart activation. Forgiving yourself and others only is an earthly term, but yes, but you doing it does release you from that blame, shame, guilt, betrayal cycle of 3D-ness. And so that'll help you get out of that loop. Not you, but figuratively all of us. And the why of it is to just learn to be in coherence with that peace within. Go within when you need to and out when you need to. Flow with that. That's the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang. And if every man, woman, and child was in that flow, we would just be where we're supposed to be, which we are already. We're getting there in terms of just being who we are, these divine spiritual beings. So your relationship harmony with others will improve as this balances within you and all of us. It'll just be that coherence. So detaching from the story, this is about what it's about, to know who we really are. That's the story of what this division was all about. This division, man, women, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That's all I got. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And T. Lynn said, yes, just trying to wrap my head around dismissing such a huge portion of spirituality of humanity.
Well, and it didn't come about going from matriarchal to patriarchal societies didn't come about overnight. And there was a great deal of gaslighting even then, and there was a great deal of slaughter, honestly.
Yes.
Until they kind of said, oops, we're not going to have any more humans if we slaughter all the women. So I guess we have to find a way to keep them.
But try not to get in division over this, thinking, oh, the women against the men, because you've been the men. Yep. You have the masculine inside of you. So to see it as just a game that we're playing to understand in the Earth School, so we don't get all wrapped up in the drama of it, it's pretty important to see that nurturing needs to be in men too, as they nurture their kids. And now you see the divine feminine in men so big, where they're taking care of their babies and they're, it's just a beautiful thing.
Right. And she's saying, was it Atlantis or ancient Egypt? I would say neither. I would say that the whole change was global, not in one culture or another culture. Just like now, it's global. The struggle that we're going through is a global struggle, but it is not necessarily, as Val is saying, between feminine beings and masculine beings. It is between the concepts of feminine and masculine. And the cultures, the ancient cultures, I mean, in some ways, the Egyptian culture was pretty egalitarian, and in other ways, it was just completely misogynistic. And Atlantis, we don't really know. It could have been a little bit more balanced. But further, the trip to this planet is about your spiritual evolvement. It is not about digging the next trench or having a successful farm or, raising children successfully. It's not about those things. It's about being here and working out a little karma. And by now, a lot of people have worked out so much karma that they're not making new karma.
Nope.
So they're just here helping others in humanity who are not woken up to understand this raising up of the Earth's vibration.
No.
But you notice, just when humanity is raising its vibration, the Earth is raising its temperature and making it, closer and closer to being less friendly as a habitable planet for humans to live on. Ironic, right?
I have to hearken back, and it keeps coming into my mind, whether you believe the old Bible story of Adam and Eve, it is a archetype. Taking Adam's rib to make Eve. So you're splitting the one and you're creating the two. It's all still the one. It's still from the same thing. Yeah. So if we take that and we never make a story, they're from the one being, the one source, the one. So think of it that way. No matter how many stories or civilizations you say, oh, I'm going to blame it on that one or that one. I'm not saying you're going to say blame, but it doesn't make any difference.
Right.
Just stop at the beginning and say, this is a dialectic school. This is a this or a that, a yin or a yang. And just let it be the way it is, and just pull yourself out of the drama and be in observation mode, because divisiveness will break you up.
Right.
Yeah.
And observation mode is yet another way of looking at detachment.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very similar concept.
Yep.
I had a teacher once who said, who called it being the witness.
Yeah, being the witness.
And the exercises that they would give us is to, as you meditate, to raise up out of your body and witness your body, so that you are out of your own body and just seeing that you are a being here who is going through some lessons. And those lessons help evolve the soul. They benefit the human life a little bit while you're here, but mostly it's for the soul. And that's what this is really about. It isn't about, like I said, it isn't about digging a trench or building a wall or having a farm or, it's not about those things. All right. So let's move it along. I will shut up now. No, I won't, because I think the next question is for me. Okay. Where are the Trump kids, and do they know he's crazy? I don't really need cards for this, but I'll throw some cards. So. So what I'm doing is I'm laying out a couple of cards for each of the older kids. I'm just going to focus on them. So for Ivanka, she got more cards that jumped out, of course. So Ivanka is focusing on her own empire. She could give a crap what the medical state is of her father. She's very glad to be out from under the whole White House scrutiny, because now she can go wherever she wants to go. And I literally see her looking at real estate brochures for, other countries and different homes and things like that. She's just looking at probably leaving this country, but she's a little bit hesitant to do that because she doesn't understand the social structures of Europe, which is where she'd prefer to go. She probably would do better in somewhere in the Middle East, I think, or maybe even South America. But she's going to be fine. She's not going to worry herself about her father. She's going to be a little pissed off when he does transition, because there won't be any inheritance. It will all have been squandered. That if she's lucky, he may have set up a trust or something for her long ago when he was better off, and maybe that's untouched. But I'm pretty certain that he's already tapped all of those and taken the money from them, because he's such a bad businessman, basically. She's going to be fine. Like I said, she's just going to be pissed off about the inheritance. She knows that he's sick. She knows that he doesn't have all of his marbles. So that's Ivanka. Now this is Eric. Now Eric really believes, oh God, poor Eric. Eric really believes that because he worked hard and he was daddy's good little, ward while daddy was off in the White House, that he's going to be rewarded. He totally believes this, even though his wife has shown him that the best way to get ahead is to whine louder and be a squeaky wheel and get some attention from daddy and get a bigger job, which she did. I don't know how long Lara's going to hang out with Eric, but I guess she has to keep him because of the last name. So that's what he's going to do. He is not going to do very well. He don't let him fool you. He acts like he's all concerned about his dad, but he really has no interest in actually taking care of his father. He has no ability to comprehend that his father is really as mentally off as he is. And in fact, I think he's even in denial about all of his physical ailments as well. I think Eric just in general is in denial. And I think he's going to be really disappointed when the chickens come home to roost, because I don't think that his situation is going to be particularly good. I think he may, I don't know. I wasn't reading on what their future was. I just was focusing on the Trump of it all. And then we have Don Jr. Wow, Don Jr. really sees himself as his dad's heir. He really sees that he's going to pick up when daddy dies or whatever, transitions, whatever. He really thinks that he's just going to step in and take over things. He didn't figure on JD Vance. He didn't figure on Elon Musk. He didn't figure on Stephen Miller, or even Walt Nauta. Any one of those four people would be more in line than Don Jr. because his dad doesn't take Don Jr. seriously at all. He doesn't give him much credence at all. So Don is going to bounce between two different ladies in relationship, neither one of which will marry him because he doesn't have a pot to piss in. And he has to pay crazy alimony to his first wife, along with big, huge child support. So he is not the world's most eligible bachelor, despite what he kind of acts like. And plus, the guy is what? He's pushing 50 or something. I mean, he's not a young man anymore. He's a middle-aged man who still is kind of tied to his daddy's apron strings. And daddy could give a shit about him. Daddy is not worried about him. He's got his own problems. And Don also totally in denial about his dad's physical well-being and his mental well-being. So while all three of them may be aware that their dad has problems, none of them will ever cop to the idea that he has any mental defects. It'll take about 5 to 10 years after the Donald's demise before any of them will acknowledge that. And all of them will acknowledge it because all of them are going to be shat upon when they read the will. There will be nothing there. Nothing. They'll get trust funds with $10 in them. That's it. They're not going to get it.
Wow.
You go.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so I have Kim B, who asked, question, if there is time. My sleep for this week has been deep and I wake up exhausted. Am I traveling during sleep to another dimension? Yes, you are. I think, Kim B, I would expect you sort of know that. However, I pulled some cards, Kim, and I did get some really insightful stuff, which was I got the moon, which is, of course, you're doing this through this. This is the absolutely right time to be doing it. So you're perfectly in line with this, and you are going. And part of what you're doing whilst you're doing this exploration in the other dimensions is you're learning how things operate. You're figuring out how you can interact in this environment. And Kimby, it's okay that you can't remember anything right now. It's absolutely okay, because part of also what's coming is because I have the moon. I have the 8 of Pentacles, which is the card of work and card of doing things with repetition. And then I have the Knight of Wands, which is you being dashing and you getting to learn some new things. And so what this tells me, Kimby, is you're going to start remembering some things. I'm also going to suggest when you lay down, you can program yourself to remember the dreams or remember certain things. Everybody has got a different way to encourage you to remember dreams. And pencil and paper. When you get up, write down the first things in your mind. I like to pay attention to how I feel in the dreams. You can do a voice recording. You can do all sorts of things. I think a really important thing for you, Kimby, is to remember is this is very much a Nine of Cups moment. See if I can show that. This is about fulfillment. And I would encourage you, Kim, to expect to remember the dreams. Expect that you you can suggest that, I'm happy to do this traveling. I need to wake up rested. Set those limits and those boundaries, the guide rails up. So you are, and it's actually really, really powerful. I think it feels great. I can't wait I would say, the first week in November, there's definitely going to be a bit of a shift, I feel, to where things are going to start settling because you've done this, you're working, and you're willing to do it. So that attitude is extremely helpful. You could also think about the idea of abundance with this, the abundance and the expectation that you are doing this, and you are doing this for a specific reason, and lean into that. So, yeah.
Nice. I would just add, Kim, if you have a clear quartz crystal, a clear quartz would be the thing to do. You can focus on that clear quartz crystal and give your intention into the crystal. That will program the crystal to help you remember your astral travel or dreams.
Oh, that's a long time.
Absolutely.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kimby. And we have Kimber.
Yeah. So Kimber, yes, your court case, you are going to have a positive response. You're going to have some good news, but it may not be the exact number that you were thinking about or the exact details, but they are going to be made to be responsible. You're being asked to remember you are worthy, that you are worth everything. You are worth everything. Open to receive, surrender to what actually is, and detach yourself, because it's hard to be in a courtroom with the ex and all of that stuff comes up. So try to remain detached. You are being guided by a lot of angels. They're there to comfort you. So know that you are not there alone, and it will go in your favor. Just know that it may not be exactly as you might have thought, but just surrender to what happens, because you can always go back later for a little more. But it's good news. So congratulations, Kimber. Thank you.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Do we have Jeannie?
Okay. Do you know Jeannie? Do you pronounce her last name Pagan or Pagan?
I do not know.
Well, I'm going to say Pagan. Okay. All right. So, Jeannie, I need music, Gerald. I was not paying attention and I didn't get shuffled. Okay. So we're going to figure this out. I think I'll use these. So just getting some things out here, Jeannie. I don't think that this is an accident. Yeah. I think that you are mourning the loss of something from a long time ago, and maybe you're not really aware that you've never really mourned that loss. So I think you need to do some deep dive into things that bother you, things that touch you unexpectedly when people say certain things, and you may feel like all of a sudden you feel like crying, or the hair on your arm stands up, or something really presses a button. You need to figure out what that little wound is that you've got going on and try to address it. Now, it may be enough for you to just figure out what the wound is, and then you may be able to just say, "Oh, gosh, I should have been over that a long time ago." And then maybe just do some prayer or contemplation or meditation to just give yourself permission to let that go and to be over it, especially if it's an old, old wound. If it's a little deeper than that, you may want to talk to a friend or even a therapist and really get to the root of why this is still bothering you. Because I feel that this is kind of holding you back. There are many things, especially in 2025, that are going to move forward for you. Um, I feel like there will be a relationship that you want in 2025 that starts and then kind of sputters. And then there'll be another relationship right after that that doesn't sputter at all, that goes full force. Um, you are empathic. You are an empath, and you are very, very sensitive. So some of this may be that you're just picking up the general feeling of loss and antipathy that a lot of people are feeling right now. There's a lot of people who feel as you do. But if you're picking up their feelings as an empath, you don't need to do that. You don't need to carry the burden of every single person around you. So you may want to learn how to practice grounding, or maybe you already know how to ground yourself. Just literally just sending your energy down from your feet down into the earth as if they were roots of a tree is a very effective way to ground. If you're around an actual tree, just back your spine back up to the tree and just sit there for a minute with your spine touching the tree. Incredibly grounding and centering energy. Trees have marvelous energy. I mean, for that matter, if you have access to an elephant, elephants have great energy too. Very similar to trees because they're really big, or whales, but those are kind of hard to come by. But the elephant might be possible. But you want to ground. You want to find a way to ground yourself first. And that's also going to help you get in touch with the parts of your body that don't feel good. Now, fortunately for you, November 1st, I believe, is a new moon, and new moons are excellent. It's a new moon in Scorpio, and new moons are excellent for getting in touch with little wounds inside. So, one thing that you could do on the new moon is to either lie down on your couch or your bed or even in the bath and really relax, really get in touch with how my body feels, and then go through the body, starting either at the top or at the toes, and just work your way, sort of doing a mental scan all the way through your body, and ask yourself honestly, how does that part of my body feel? Is there anywhere in my body where it does not feel great? And you're going to find the place where that little wound that you're suffering from is manifesting physically in your body. And that's a gift. So you can work on that. You can relax the muscle, or, instruct your body to let the blood flow better there, whatever you need to do. Release the edema, release the water, whatever. You just instruct your body to let it be good in that part of your body, and see if you don't begin to feel better. And you may have to do it a few times. It may not happen right away. But the combination of the new moon with going to this wound and trying to release it or heal it is going to be very powerful for you. And then I feel that if you can kind of make that a practice for the new moons for a while, just focus on your body, let go of whatever little angst or pain that you have in your body, and work on replacing that with beautiful love and white light. And as you're doing this, this is what helps attract you into some sort of a romantic situation, which is going to be very uplifting for you. And if it isn't an out and out romance, it'll be a very good friend, and it'll give you a feeling of upliftment. But first, you have to fix this little wound. You have to cure this little wound. And the first step is not fixing it, but identifying it. So that's your first task. So that's what I have for you, Jeannie, and good luck to you. Many blessings to you.
We had a question from April, but it's a medical question, and I'm not comfortable with answering medical questions because I'm not a professional and for entertainment purposes only. But my initial reaction, April, by the way, hello, April. This is
Hi.
April's first time here.
Hi,
So,
welcome.
welcome. If you're thinking you need to go get checked, absolutely go get checked. Don't hesitate.
Go get a physical, go get the blood workup, and whatever else that you feel like. If you're having stomach trouble, tell your doctor about it. These are things, if that's coming into your awareness, you need to go alleviate that idea from your mind by just going and getting a physical. It's the easiest thing in the world. And it'll give you a lot of peace of mind.
Yeah.
And before you go, it might be a good idea to make a list of things that you want to ask your medical professional about before they do the physical, so they can be alert to anything that they might want to look at. I mean, according to your age, they're going to have their own checklist, but there may be a few things that are specific to you that you want to get checked out and ask questions about. So make a list for yourself.
Yes. You're worth the time to go to a
general
practitioner, and they will recommend if you need to go to a gastroenterologist or urologist or whoever, whatever specialist after that. Or if you're perfectly fine and your blood work is so clean and beautiful, you're going to get rid of all that anxiety.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. That's all the questions.
Great. Great. We did it. We did it. Well, of course we did. Of course we did it.
You're welcome, April.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So, yeah, this was fun. This was really fun. Thank you to everybody in the chat for all your beautiful questions. And thank you, Gerald, for managing the videos. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And, this show is very young. We only started this show, I think, back in April. And so it's a new baby show, and it's still evolving, and we're still sort of getting our sea legs about how we run this show. I think tonight was very smooth. It was very nice and easy. But we didn't run all of our kooky little videos as much as we usually do, but that's okay. That's fine. And even minus Marina and Cleo, I think we were able to carry on okay. So thank you, Gerald, for your help. And Val, thank you for always stepping up for all the tough questions that we can't answer. We really appreciate that.
You do answer.
And April did say they're having a lung biopsy. So
wow.
I wish you the best with that.
Yes.
So
yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Sending lots of healing for that, April.
All
right. So we will be doing this again next month. And I want to say that I'm going to promise that I'm going to be better about sending the invitations, everybody. But yes, I'm going to be better about sending the invitations. I've just had an awful time getting back up on the horse, you guys. I got COVID right before I did the fair. Then I did the fair. That was my excuse. I don't really have any good excuses right now. I'm just still kind of, just not quite there yet. I mean, look, I even have a different wig on. I mean, I'm transforming before your very eyes.
That's really good.
Sometime I was thinking about wearing a wig for this show.
Oh, that might be nice.
You should try it.
I should try it. Okay.
Yes, you should.
I wonder what color I should be. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. All righty, everybody. Take care. Many blessings to all of you. And of course, we don't need any more blessings because we're already blessed. But, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get back into the character. All right. And like I said, we'll see you in November. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
And thanks for growing this show. Please do give us a thumbs up. Like I said, it's a baby show, about a little right around 6 months old. And I hope that this show will grow and grow because it is really fun to do.
It is.
Okay. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.